Hey, it's Jonathan here. I wanted to come on today and talk to you about the benefits of this amazing worldwide pandemic. Now I get that there's a lot of hardship going on, and I get that people are dying, and there's a lot of tragedy too. So I'm not discounting that. And we can also, some of us, uh, look at all the positives that might come through out of this if we keep it. The biggest thing that I've seen is there seems to be a lot more compassion around. When I do go to the store, people are kinder to each other. They let you in front of them, keeping their 6 feet, of course. Uh, Cars, of course, yes, there's less traffic, which is nice. But cars easily let you go in and out. You walk by someone on the street, and you keep your distance, but there are nods and waves and hellos, and even in the air, there just seems to be a larger sense of compassion. And actually, a friend of mine, he wrote this on his page. He spoke about this explosion of love. If we can create this explosion of love and maintain it when this is done. See, now the fear is when all this is over, we can go back to normal, whatever normal is. Maybe I'll talk about normal in another video. But if when we get back to this place where we can all congregate together, if we go into our self-defensive ways, and that voice in the head starts chattering and be careful, that person is the enemy. If we go back to that, then we lose everything. But if we can hold on to the sense of compassion that we have now, and I know not everyone's going to do it, but just because that person isn't doing it doesn't mean you can't do it. Doesn't mean we can't do it. We can still do it. And if a handful of us do it, remember, compassion spreads like a virus. It spreads like a virus. I guess scientifically it's a different way of spreading, but it spreads like a virus. You're kind to someone, that person is kind to another person. If you're unkind to someone, that person is unkind to someone else. Kindness and unkindness spread equally like viruses. Compassion spreads like a virus. So if we can hold on to this for when we are within 6 feet of one another, this will just be a different world for all of us. And the other thing I'm noticing is this need for connection. So before, let's be honest, a lot of us just wanted to be alone. There's too many people, especially if you live in a larger city, there's too many people. Get out of my way. And now we're forced to be alone. We got just what we wanted, alone time. And even the people that the introverts, I'm one, the introverts from us, of us, that like isolation and don't always want to be around people. We're now longing for this connection with people, that other people are important to us. We're realizing we're not alone. We can't do it alone. We can't do it without the grocery store clerk. We can't do it without the truck drivers that are delivering the food to the grocery store. We can't do this without other people. We can't do it without the doctors. We need each other. And there's this idea, especially in the United States, and I know people who watch this are from around the world, but in the United States, we have this idea, we got this, we can do it alone. I own my future. I create my own future. And yes, we create our own futures, but we also really need each other, and other people need us. So can you allow, with compassion, allow the other people into your life? And can you, with compassion, show up for the other people that need you? Whether or not you know they need you, because you don't know who needs you. So you just show up with kindness. And without knowing it, you might just give that kindness, that compassion to the person who truly needed it. I've shared this story before. It was some years ago, before I was even really doing all this personal development work with myself, never mind sharing with others. But I used to make this resolution every year, New Year's, when I made resolutions, and I had one resolution. For years, this was my one resolution: I will smile at more people. And I remember one day, this is when I lived in Santa Monica, and I'm walking down in Santa Monica. I think it was Wilshire Boulevard, I'm walking down Wilshire Boulevard. Yeah, now I can picture the stores there. So I'm walking down Wilshire Boulevard, and this guy on this bicycle is riding on the sidewalk the other way. And I just, I'm smiling at people. That's what I was doing. And I smiled at him. And about 3 minutes later, he was already way down the street. And he had turned around, came back to me, stopped me. We could be within 6 feet of each other back then. Stopped me and just said, "Thank you so much for that smile. I really needed that." And then got on his bike and kept on going. So you never know who needs you, what connections can be made. Compassion, connection. These are two of the ingredients for a loving, fulfilling life. Take that with you during this pandemic and definitely for when it's over. I'm Jonathan Trowan. There's more at selfloverevolution.com. Join the self-love revolution. I will see you later. Much love.